Furman!
Out of bounds, you flag when it goes out, where it goes out. And then make
Thank you.
Let me just do this. I had a set for sevens.
Yeah,
So now I think it's a bit more than sevens, isn't it?
a little bit, a little bit.
Like 40 minutes. Should we say 40 minutes?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's do 40 minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Okay, 40 minutes.
All right.
So we're just talking?
Yeah. Welcome to the broadcast today, folks. My name is Curran Gilster. I will be doing your color commentary. I'm joined by my colleague, Mike. I'll let Mike introduce himself.
My name's Mike. I'll be handling play-by-play today. It's a beautiful, sunny, 60-degree afternoon here at Elon University. We have the Furman Paladins, is that it? Yeah, I think so. It's the University of Furman men's rugby team here to take on Elon.
We're getting ready to kick off here, folks. Elon receiving.
And in a surprising change of events, Furman has their number 2, which is traditionally the hooker position, kicking off for them. And that is right at the line, and that'll be a knock-on just short of the 10-meter, so it's a penalty to Elon.
Elon's doing a little something different today. Normally, Shelley is running our fly half position, but we've positioned Mr. Luke Wood there. Not sure what Coach Bays has cooking today, but looking forward to seeing it.
And you know, Shelley is, Shelton, our president, he is very good with the kicking phase of the game, so having him back at the fullback position does make sense for field position. Luke Wood, of course, also at the fly half, a threat to score at any time.
A very shifty player.
He is indeed.
A very shifty player. Now, Elon looks to call for the scrum off the penalty here. Jack Nahill with the put-in. He's a scrappy 9. Very scrappy.
And we have a new face at the 8 position, with my being out today, Daniel, who's going to look to gain some meters off a couple pick and goes when the opportunity arises today. And that gets right through. It's a good scrum for Elon if they can just hold their ground, and they're going to go out to the left.
Oh.
There goes Luke. He moves it to Shelley. Shelley moves it down the line. I believe that's Jack on the outside. And that's a high tackle early for Furman. That's going to be a 10-meter penalty. Shelley's going to take it quick, and we're going to push him. The ref is going to call him back. Ref is going to call him back.
Coach Bays on the sideline, not happy with that call.
Not happy with that call. It does make sense to want to get them to the spot, but that does slow down some momentum for Elon, so Shelley's going to go ahead, kick it out of bounds, and take the line out off of the penalty.
Elon's scrum half, Jack, is a scrappy guy. He comes from a tough neighborhood right outside of Boston. So, real scrappy guy.
And Jack is also a guy, he took some time away from the pitch to focus on some MMA skills. So, you know, he does have those skills in his back pocket if the game gets out of hand. Elon's going to go to a line out here with Daniel throwing, see if Furman can get a good contest on it. Elon's jumper is Bradley. Bradley, also a scrappy player. Really likes to get his head into contact. It's a good line out for Elon. Sammy's going to take it and flip the ball up. And it gets to Luke. Luke is a sure-handed player. And we're going to go to the left with a pod to Mike Swift. Mike takes it.
Oh, big hit. Big
That's a
hit.
good hit for Furman. Jack will take it out to the left. And that very well may be a knock-on for Elon. Nope, the ref did not see it somehow.
Oh, they're scrapping in there, boys.
Well, Furman's made it clear they're going to contest the rucks today, but Elon just needs to hold up and have support there early.
Oh, penalty against Furman. Not
That's
sure
going
what
to
the
be
call
the
is.
third 10-meter penalty for Furman to start today, but they're looking aggressive, ready to move up.
You pushing up and then having to push back.
Elon may well take another line out here. It looks like that's what they'll do.
Sam,
What would you
you
do?
don't pass that.
There?
Run.
Yeah. I'd want the ball, but line out makes sense.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're not in the game.
Just
That's
want
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks for
I mean,
reminding
it shifts the strategy, you know?
Yeah.
to let the folks
Oh, I thought
watching
you were
at
just,
home
like, tossing
let
it
you
out.
know
Yeah,
about
I'm
our
not
sponsor
I
today.
mean, maybe if you were in, you'd get
Jamie,
the
I'm trying to do our sponsor plug
We
here.
have a player in
but
the
no.
booth here. And that lineout's a little bit to the right there. Furman will take out the side.
Yeah!
And their 8 will run hard. Luke will take up his carries. But the pod to the left.
Push
Strong
right!
run.
Push right!
Elon's going to need to tackle a little bit lower than that. And that's a clean poach.
Oh,
It's a clean poach.
Back 10! Back!
10-meter
And apparently
penalty.
it was not a clean poach, despite being a clean poach.
You're all good. You can run in front of it.
Haley, heads up.
You might just see yourself on Fox. Just want to let you know, for the folks watching at home, today's broadcast is brought to you by Charmin Ultra Soft. Nothing finer than that. Used by O.J. Simpson. So if O.J. uses it, you should use it as well.
Well, you know, there's nothing like a good sheet of Charmin Ultra Soft after a rugby match.
No.
I know both teams today endorse that brand.
Make sure you have the leg up. Hold it a second, please. Back 10. Back 10. Back 10.
We're going to be watching this.
And the ref is going to go ahead and push both the offense and the defense back 10, even though that's not how that works. Furman will take a clean line now and move out to their 2, who we know can move the ball. He's not a traditional number 2. They get a little switch going, and their 13 runs hard right up the middle. Good group tackle from Elon.
Oh, great tackle by Tanner.
Clean tackle from Tanner. Tanner, the transfer from Coastal Carolina. That's a good tackle for Elon.
Boys, you're bunching up!
They get the ball this 11.
It's going to be a 10-meter penalty for Furman.
Yeah. We're doing a little color commentary for the film, you know.
Spice it up a little bit.
Elon's known for their gorgeous women with brains and long legs. You'll have to edit that out.
It doesn't go public.
I do wish we had headsets. That would
Yeah.
that would be such a waste of an investment.
Stay close to Ron when he takes off. He's going to go
That was
through and
crazy.
you're going to get the ball.
It's crazy.
That was awesome.
Little guest
Yeah,
color
Furman line out
commentary.
here.
Rugby culture.
And Furman, clearly a little bit more of a sophisticated line out. They're going to pull in some forwards from about 5 meters back and shift it up to keep Elon guessing. Elon early on the jump. Furman with a clean line out to their second phase. And that's going to be a
knock-on.
knockout for 2. They're going to play advantage. They're going to continue to play advantage.
Held up.
Keep him up!
And Daniel's going to do his best to get down. Elon needs to bring some force into this ruck if they expect anything to happen. And we have a maul going on here. Advantage is still to Elon. I wonder how long the ref will allow that to happen. And there goes the advantage.
Ball is out.
And Elon will take a 10-meter penalty at the 40-meter.
Hope everybody watching at home today is having a great, beautiful Saturday. We are here.
And it's going to be a scrum down to Elon. Good choice here in the open field. Makes the kick a little bit more difficult to get to the sideline with good distance.
Mike, wouldn't you say Elon's first scrum was pretty decent? They held up pretty nicely.
Elon held strong. They added Braden Chandler to the roster this fall after Braden's quick stint with the Elon University varsity football team, a Division I program. Braden has the size and has the strength. And he has proven to be a real support up front of the scrum for Elon.
A real asset.
And they hold strong again.
All
Elon
is
had some difficulties with the scrum this year, but today they look strong. Luke's going to go ahead and run. He is an aggressive runner. Luke, last January, joined a bunch of other rugby all-stars in Texas for a week or so to compete against some higher-level competition. He's a good player.
Yes, he is, and he will definitely be a building block as Elon Rugby moves forward in the future.
He certainly will. He's a player who played all throughout high school, came to Elon looking for good academics, found that, but also found love with the club rugby program. And their four's going to run hard, but Jackson's going to make a good tackle there. Furman's going to take it out to the pod on the left side. Elon needs to push up a little bit stronger if they want to have more success on that. Oh, that's a... Both team's going to run hard there. And Elon's going to go ahead and shove him out and take the line out down near their own 5 meter.
Well done.
Their
Hey,
team's a
Alan,
good runner.
good job. Drop, they're going to kick. You need to be back here.
Elon's probably going to look to get this ball out
Hey, turn
pretty
around.
quick.
Now watch the sideline, Alan.
Down within their own 5
Alan,
meter.
closer to the sideline.
Not a
Keep
place
it
you
in.
want to be. So
Hey,
Elon's
Forbes, if Alan
definitely
keeps
needs
it
to
in,
win this
call
line out
for
so
it.
they can get the ball out of their
Be over here,
deep
too.
in their own territory.
Hey, Will Rossi, drop
Well,
a
certainly,
bit.
in Elon's
Get
program that's
14
capable of
seconds.
winning these lineouts. He's got to get a good throw up the middle and a good execution on the jump. But Elon will look to play the field position here. And that's going to go through. And Furman's going to steal possession off that line. There's a knockout for Furman. Penalty advantage to Elon. See if we can get the kick out here. Sammy's going to run, take on a couple. It's going to take 4 people to get Sam down.
Sammy's a physical player.
He is, and
He's
we're going to go ahead and kick here. Play field position. That's a great kick from Luke Wood. Back to Furman's fullback. Elon's going to need to push up here. That's a strong, strong tackle from, I believe, Luke Wood, and there's another one. He's looking to contribute early and often.
So far, he's been putting in a shift, and we expect big things. Great tackle by Daniel. Daniel,
Good
Mike,
tackle.
wouldn't you say Daniel's kind of been a rising star in this program?
Well, Daniel's a guy that showed up to practice on the first day, never really having played rugby. But this was his first match, taking home the man of the match against Wake Forest. Daniel proved early that he's capable just as a freshman. He has the size, the physicality, but most importantly, the passion for the game that's made him such a weapon for Elon this season.
Agreed.
Daniel's going to look to make this tackle here, and he's going to come in a little bit high, and Nate's going to shake him. Look to get back on side, and Furman's going to run a pod. Oh, Kobe takes the ball.
Come on, that's got to be a penalty.
It has warmed up dramatically.
It has.
I can only imagine for players on
Top
the
man,
pitch.
go!
I mean,
It
at
is.
8 a.m. this
Top man,
morning,
go!
the grass
Top
was frosted
man, go!
over. It was cold, sub-freezing temperatures last night, but it's a sunny, beautiful day for some rugby.
It is. It is a great day, but it is hot. I am in sweatpants, and I am sweating.
And Furman down near the try line here. They're going to fight to get in the try zone, and they will.
The try is awarded.
And that's a try to Furman off a quick pick and go. A little bit of chaos down by the ruck for Elon. They're going to need to tighten up their line if they want to make those stops down near the goal line.
And while we have a little break here, we would like to give a huge shout out to Elon's head coach, Coach Ryan Bays. Been a stalwart member of this program. Could not do this without Coach Bays.
Well, certainly, and Coach Bays, he's an alum of the program. He's a guy that truly loves rugby. Does have a love of the sport and a love for the players more than anything else. So it's good to have him here, a guy that's just constantly backing Elon rugby, keeping the sport not only relevant but strong here at Elon.
He is a passionate guy, brings a lot of fieriness to the pitch.
He's the type of guy that will run through a brick wall before asking you to. You know, he's a strong coach. He believes in us. And, you know, he's just a good presence to have on the sideline. That kick's going to come up short for the Furman number 2. Once again, surprising to see a 2 kicking for a team.
Agreed.
But after that first kickoff and that try attempt there, it's clear that he does have it. We watched him in warm-ups. He's a very capable kicker. Just a little bit out of the norm.
You wouldn't necessarily expect it, but I like the unexpected. It spices up the game a little.
Well, that and also having a number 2 that's able to distribute the ball on the offensive side
Yeah.
it's really, you know, an anomaly in the sport of rugby.
I mean,
it's cool to see.
I imagine in those pods when he's running, he can do a lot and really helps that Furman offense move.
Yeah, he's a stocky, athletic guy. So having that extra phase of being able to pass and kick. Oh, a little bobble for a Furman player there, and that's going to be George Krupkins in there. Just a guy that plays above his body weight every time he's out on the pitch. He's a strong player. 13's going to run hard here. And Elon's going to need to go ahead and wrap up if they want to see a little bit more effect, especially tackling Furman's number 13. It's going to be a pod to the
Agreed.
right.
Elon's bringing a lot of guys into that tackle and messing up their line a little, but is that poached by Brad?
It's poached by Brad. The ball's kicked back, and Jack, our 9, is going to go into contact here. Never mind. He's going to pump it out to George. And George, like I was just saying, not a big player, but he's shifty, and he uses his strengths to the best of his ability.
George, pound for pound, is a great player.
Most certainly. And we're going to get this out to Luke, who's going to make one guy miss, a second, and he's going to go into contact with third. We need some support there.
Oh,
And that's going to be a clean poach for Furman. You know, I emphasized this earlier. Elon's going to go into contact. As a ball carrier, real strong, but we need that support on the rucks in order to be able to maintain possession. You know, has been a little bit of a struggle for Phoenix this season. So just having that support at the rucks is going to be massively helpful against a team like Furman, who's going to look to challenge on just about every time.
Elon all year has really struggled to run a lot of phases without turning the ball over.
Yeah.
So that's something that's definitely going to need to be addressed.
Definitely. And there's a good tackle from Daniel there. Just needs to bring his legs
Hands in
through,
the ruck
but
every time.
and the Sir is going to go ahead and push Furman back 10 meters. They're going to go to Shelley. And when you see Shelley with the ball, or Luke, you can expect a kick.
You can.
Now Luke, he is a left-footed kicker, so place spin, you'll expect him to go left side. That's going to hit once and head on out.
We will.
And Elon will take the line out on the far side.
Another shout out we'd like to give is to our athletic trainer, Christina. She has been keeping the boys and the lads healthy all year. Litany of injuries, but with Christina leading our charge in our health department, we're in good hands over here, folks.
Yeah, certainly. And, you know, I mean, rugby players, you know, they have that mentality of wanting to compete every single weekend. And, you know, it can be tough to deal with guys like that, but Christina does a good job of it, and we're grateful to have such good support for the team.
Agreed.
And Elon's going to go ahead and substitute Henry Phillips into the match. And Philly's going to go ahead.
Mike Swift
step up
coming
towards the
out.
forward.
Mike Swift coming out. He was playing at lock. Not sure what's going on. He's getting addressed by Christina right now. Looks to us it might be a shoulder issue. He might need a deep tissue massage here. But hopefully we can get him back in the game soon.
Well, Mike Swift, there's another player brand new to the sport this fall, but just a good presence on the pitch and a violent tackler. Just needs to work on keeping it a little bit lower.
Yes, Mr. Swift has had some issues with the high tackles this year, but he is a very physical player, and you just can't teach that.
All right, and Elon's going to go ahead and take a scrum down here, looking to play the advantageous field position.
Not quite so deep.
First two scrums for Elon on their put-ins have been pretty decent.
They've looked very sturdy. Now it's a matter of being able to push forward on these scrum downs, but we're going to go to Philly. And with that, Daniel's going to bump up to the lock position, so Philly's going to be at the 8. Philly guy who started off last spring and immediately just had a knack for running the ball. And there he's going to go ahead and
Tough hit.
and Furman.
Get on the ball! He's
And
off his feet!
he's going to be way off his feet there, and we're going to see if the ref's going to do anything
Tap and
about it.
go! Tap and go!
And the ref calls that.
And the ref is going to go ahead and stop Shelley. Is that the 25th time this season that he's done that? And Furman's going to push it up, but Elon's going to go ahead and kick it off to the left.
Good
and,
kick from
you know,
Mr.
Luke
Wood.
has that characteristic spin to the left off the outside of his left foot. That's what makes him so effective in getting us line outs deep into enemy territory. But right there, you see the ball pops out of the scrum. Philly takes it, and more often than not this season, Elon's had success when they can get the ball back in the scrum of running off the pick and go. But the flanker, real quick on the loose head side.
He was quick off the scrum.
Numbers!
He was
Numbers,
indeed that,
sir!
Mike.
Numbers! Go, Daniel!
And that's going to be a good line out for Elon. Going to get it to Philly. Like I said, strong runner. And that's going to take 4 people to get Philly down. And if we can just get that ball back to our 9. And
Support
Furman's gonna
getting
run
there late.
Watching it!
right over that rock.
Why are you watching? Get in the game, damn it!
Coach Bay is not happy with that.
And reasonably so. You know, we've that's been a theme early on in this match. Need to get support to the rucks, and when you do, you need to hold strong.
Agreed.
Have to be active off the ball, and when the ball gets to those breakdowns, it's so important in this game. Once again, Furman's number 2 with a great kick out to our right side. They'll take the line out off the penalty. Still in their own territory. Elon's going to look to keep it that way.
Elon holding strong here.
And Elon has been solid with the poaching at the breakdown today. They're good at getting to defensive breakdowns, but they really need that offensive support to maintain possession.
We got to hold on to the ball here, and that's probably going to be the biggest takeaway from these first couple minutes of the game.
And Furman's line out here. Furman's had success. 1 steal on the line out today, 1 defensive takeaway. That ball's a little bit to the right, but it's going to go over.
It is
Furman's
loose.
going to pick up, and the team's going to take it in contact. And once again, there's a guy who very well might might pass the ball. And that's going to be a knock for Furman. They're going to play advantage to Elon. Tanner's going to work through.
Sam, you can't stand in the back of the ruck and watch. Get into the line and play defense.
Not sure.
And Furman seems to have some troubles with potential offsides for Elon there that the ref missed. And if we're being honest, they're right. But, you know, I won't be the one to tell him that.
You're right. I mean, you just kind of got to play the game. You know, calls are going to get missed on both sides,
Yeah.
and that just needs to be accepted.
Yeah. And here's a referee that we've never known to be lopsided one way or another. All right, and the scrum's going to collapse on the Elon side, just a little miscommunication. But Elon come in their 4th offensive scrum of the game. Looks good. Looks sturdy. Hoping to get the ball to Philly again. We're going to be expecting to see that number 7 on the near side of Furman's ruck. Shooting off real quick. You see his head's up. He's ready to go.
Maybe a couple complaints that Elon's pushing early. Not sure. Not sure if that's the case.
Well, Elon, you know, we are a generally inexperienced group. Last match against Duke, we did have to go to an uncontested scrum just by virtue of having a lot of injuries. Braden's going to need to get his head in there.
He does.
And Elon looks sturdy here. And that ball's going to get back again. Elon 4 for 4 on offensive scrums. And Jack's going to take it himself and then push out to Luke. Holding up that loose head flanker on the 9 side. It's going to be a strong run from Tanner. And Tanner active on the ground there. That's what you're looking for. Strong supportive ruck for Elon there. And they're going to need to get in there immediately. The forwards are going to need to be more active on this.
Agreed.
Push out to a pod right.
To Brad.
And Brad needs support. Brad needs support now, and Elon gets there.
Oh, big hit.
Big hit for the 4.
Furman is being very disruptive at the breakdown, giving Elon a tough time.
Certainly. And Elon a position there where our 9, Jack Nahill, was forced to set a ruck, which is simply not his position. So we got to be aware of personnel. Luke's going to punch it down, and George is going to fight for it. If we can get a favorable kick. Oh, George is there. And the Furman fullback gets it, but George there makes
Missed tackle.
Will Gibson's there. And that could be a strong steal from Tanner. That's a fantastic play for Elon men's rugby.
Quickly!
Jack's going to push it out to Philly. Philly needs support there. Jackson's going to have to get there. Strong run from Philly. Gets back to the 9, and Elon,
To Brad.
a theme of this season, need to play field position when it's advantageous. And Elon's going to support there, and it's going to be a 10-meter penalty for Furman, I believe, over their feet in the scrum. And Elon may look to kick for points here. But right there, Luke Wood with a fantastic kick, and George, really good job, even though he couldn't quite get to the ball.
Yeah, I got it. T. He's bringing it.
Why are we taking
Hey, there's
For
ball
points.
side,
Yeah.
boys.
for points?